Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be filming a reading vlog. So this one's going to be more of a dedicated book reading vlog, and as you've read from the title, I'm going to be reading The School for Good and Evil by Soman Chainani. I don't know if I'm saying their name right, I'm so sorry if I butchered it, but I'll figure it out by the end of this vlog. I actually already started reading this book a couple weeks ago. I read the first 2 chapters. I did not know anything going into this book aside from it being it's a middle grade, it's fantasy, and there's 2 girls as like the main characters, and that's it. So far I am enjoying the book. I think it's a really fun story so far, and I actually also do like the 2 main characters as well. So yeah, anyway, that is it for this intro. I guess let's go ahead and get into the reading vlog. Hi everyone, I forgot to update you guys yesterday, so I'll just do it today. I finished reading chapter 4 yesterday, and things are getting very interesting because we've just learned that something bigger is going on in this story. We've just been introduced to it. We don't know too much about it yet, but we know that it involves the 2 main characters and also something to do with like the schoolmaster, I think. Let me just double check if it is the schoolmaster. Yeah, something about the schoolmaster and this other character called the Historian. So yeah, we don't know anything about who the schoolmaster is and who this Historian is. And we also know that Sophie and Agatha are very much different from the rest of the other students in the school because they're called readers. So unlike the other students in this like school, they're already part of like their own sort of like fairy tales and like that kind of worlds and stuff. I am very much still in the beginning of the story, as you can tell. I checked my story graph and apparently I'm only 14% of the way through the book, so again, we're pretty much still in the very beginning of the story. It's so weird though, because I feel like I'm reading so much because I think it's just because the font's bigger. Because I remember after I finished reading chapter 4 and I was putting in the amount of pages that I read on Storygraph, and I read 20 pages. Like chapter 4 is 20 pages long, and I was just like, whoa, that's a lot of pages. But then I realized that the font is big, so that's why. And I also checked the word count for this book. Wait, let me go ahead and show you. So here it is. I searched the word count for this book, and it's apparently 105,365 words. And then I also checked to see the word count for Arsenic and Adobo, because I know that that one was also around 100,000 words, and it is around 100,000 words. That's the estimated word count. There's no like official word count that I've found. So this is just like 5,000 words longer. So yeah, that is my little update. I haven't really read much. I just finished reading chapter 4. So yeah, hopefully I'll get to read a little bit more today. I'm reading this book very slowly because I'm just like not really pressuring myself to continue reading this and only to read whenever I feel like it. Yeah, I'm reading whenever I feel like reading right now, so yeah. Hi everyone, I just came back home from grocery shopping. I'm tired and I'm sweating. I still have this passion fruit tea from last night because I didn't finish it, but it's so nice. It's so cold. I'm gonna go ahead and finish some other things first before I get back to reading this. So yeah, it's so hot. It's so hot. Stay hydrated, everybody. Hi everyone, so I just finished reading chapter 11. So we've just met the schoolmaster and this Storian. Apparently the Storian is not a character but like a sort of entity thing, like a living, is it even a living being? I can't really describe or like explain what the Storian is, but it's just like this thing that is like magically alive. Yeah, so we've just met the schoolmaster and the Storian, and we've also learned quite a bit about the two schools and the students and stuff, which is very interesting. So the two schools are not really what I was expecting, especially the school for good. I don't know if it's just me or what, but it seems like everything about the school for good is not actually good, and also they're not, I feel like everything's just so superficial. And then the school for evil's just like, it was what I was expecting, kind of, but also not really, because I was expecting more of like evil things, evil characters, much more sinister things, but it's also kind of also superficial, but also I don't understand why they're also dumb. I don't know if that's the right word. I feel like everyone's just like stupid, and I don't know if I'm just like being super cynical, because I mean in the end they're all just kids, but I was just thinking about like, if this was the school for good and the students who were picked in this school are inherently like good, wouldn't they actually be like these kind-hearted people instead of just like, I don't know, more like superficial people? And most of these students are like girls too, so all they seem to care about is just like their looks and like boys, like princes. And again, that's just like very like surface level, and I was just thinking like, if these were the students picked to go in this school for good, then you'd expect them to be like kind people, inherently like good, kind people, but they're just like not really that, which kind of confuses me sometimes, because this is the school for good where good students are, but the students are not actually that good in the first place. And then the school for evil, the students are, I guess, like bad, but I was expecting like actual evil, but then I shouldn't really expect that since this is just a middle grade book. Yeah, I mean, it's just like petty behavior, like a little bit mean, and like they're not really like evil, they're just like bad kids. And also they're very, like I said earlier, they're very dumb. I don't understand why that is. And they also mentioned that there's like this 200-year like losing streak for the evils, like good keeps always winning. It's been like 200 years or whatever that good has been winning and evil has been losing. And I mean, if you're all this stupid, then it makes sense why you're losing all the time. I don't know if I'm just being too mean or what, but I know that this is, again, like, this is a middle grade, this is meant for like kids and stuff, so I understand that it's meant to be like much more lighthearted and all that stuff. But I wish there's like a YA version of this, or like an adult version of this, because this concept is really interesting. It's really cool, but I was just expecting more of this like intense like dichotomy between the two. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on it so far. And also, oh my goodness, I hated Sophie for the longest time. She's such an annoying character, and it makes sense, but yeah, she's so annoying, and she's so delusional that she still thinks that she's good when she really isn't. Like, she really just needs to take a look at herself. Compared to Sophie, I really like Agatha. I think she's really sweet, and yeah, I really like her. So yeah, those are all my thoughts so far on this book. I can't wait to see what happens next, because again, as I've said, we've just met the schoolmaster and the historian. They were planning to, you know, leave the school. That's why they were together in the first place. And then now they're back to being separate again. And I don't know if they're gonna try to like come back together and find a way to escape, or if they're gonna like keep on like going to the school and like trying to do their best and not become these, I forgot what they're called, like they become these like either animals or like inanimate objects and stuff. I forgot what they're called. Oh, here, I think they're called a mogriff. So it says here on page 86. So this is talking about like the rankings and stuff for their classes. So it says here, there are 120 students in each school, and we have divided you into 6 groups of 20 for your classes. After each challenge, you will be ranked from 1 to 20. And if you're consistently below a 13, then your talents will be best served as a mogriff, either animal or plant. So yeah, that was the word that I was looking for, a mogriff. So yeah, I'm just wondering if they're gonna like do their best and try to keep up with their like ranks and stay on like the higher track. Hi everyone, it's been a while since I last filmed anything. I have been reading, so here we are, chapter 20. I love the illustrations in this book. But yeah, I'm on chapter 20 now. We're like 10 chapters, 11 chapters left of this book. So yeah, that is how far along I am in the book. So yeah, as I mentioned, there's just a lot of like sort of like fast forward-ish things happening. Again, just like showing what's going on with their like classes and how they're doing in school. I really don't like Sophie's character. You're meant to not really like her. But then there are some times where she kind of like redeems herself a little bit, but then it like goes back to how it was, and sometimes it's like a little bit worse than how she was before. But anyway, so now Tedros and Sophie are like a thing now. I don't get how. I don't know if it's like he's just so stupid or what. Like, there's clearly so many signs that she is not good. But again, there are, like I said, there's like parts where like Sophie kind of redeems herself. Like, there are times where she is like good, but then I feel like majority of the time she is bad. Not necessarily evil, I guess. I mean, there are times where she is like evil, but yeah, I don't know. There's just so many times where it's so clear to see that she is not good or like this kind-hearted person, because everything that she says or like thinks about is very, again, very superficial, very similar to the other girls in the good school, where a lot of them do think very superficially, not really, they're not really like this kind person inside. It's so funny. They also kind of like mentioned it too in here. I don't know if it's like Kiko who said something about that. I don't remember. He said something about how you'd think that these girls would be like kind or like whatever. I think she was talking to Agatha or something like that, where like she like sat next to her or something. I don't remember. But yeah, so anyway, Tedros and Sophie are like now a thing, and now they have to do this like trial by tale part, and I'm so excited. It's so hilarious to me because they are now like this thing, and now there's like this sort of like conflict that might happen. There's this thing, the trial by tale, that's gonna like pull them apart in some way, and it's just hilarious to watch for me personally. Just because I don't like Tedros, I don't like Sophie, I don't like those two characters. Again, the only person that I like in here is Agatha. Like, I do like the other characters too, and I do like some of the teachers, but yeah, like my ultimate favorite character in here is Agatha. So now these students have to do this trial by tale thing. Sophie and Tedros are picked as like the good and the evil student in their like group, and there's like multiple groups in here. I forgot how many groups there are. There's like 14, 16 groups. I don't remember. And there's one good student and one evil student chosen for each group, and by the end of this trial by tale, there's like one, supposedly there's supposed to be like one winner. So yeah, I'm interested to see what happens, because there's also like these like challenges or like some things happening before the trial by tale, so that everyone knows which order the student goes in. The person with the lowest scores goes in first. Yeah, they have the most time to stay in the blue forest, I think is where this will take place. Anyway, I'm just excited to see what happens, because Tedros being picked for the good student, he is doing really well in his classes though, so that's why he's gonna most likely gonna be the person who will enter last, because he has the highest scores in all of these like challenges. Whereas Sophie, she's doing really bad, because prior to this it has been Agatha that has been helping her like study and make sure that she's, you know, getting through her classes and making sure that she's still gonna be in this school. Because if you have the lowest scores for like at least 3 times, I think you get either like kicked out, or you become a Malgrif. And Agatha that doesn't want that to happen, because the only thing that she wants is for her and Sophie to get home. That is the only thing Agatha wants to do, and yet Sophie is the only one that wants to stay, because Tedros is here. She wants her prince. So that's why Sophie is basically still here, and why she hasn't failed any of her classes is because Agatha is helping her. Because Agatha actually does like to study. She does find the things in the curriculum for the evil school interesting and stuff like that. So Agatha is actually doing pretty well. So yeah, she's just been helping Sophie out this entire time. And also, I don't think I mentioned this because this is like a big spoiler, but again, this video is not spoiler free, so I guess I'll just mention it. The thing that they're like pretty much relying on is for Sophie and Tedros to kiss, because that's apparently something that evil can't have that good can, and that's like the schoolmaster's like riddle that they're trying to solve so that they can go home. Basically, the schoolmaster gave them this riddle, and if they solve it, they can go home. And they both have agreed or like realized that it is true love's kiss that evil can't have but good can. And so in order to prove that Sophie is good, she needs to find her true love's kiss, and that's why they are like trying to get close to Tedros and stuff like that. And so now that they are a thing, and Sophie is supposed to, you know, get this kiss from Tedros, she kind of delays it, because she knows that if she does get this like true love's kiss, and then if it does show that Sophie is good, then Agatha will want to go home, because the school made a mistake that Sophie is actually not evil, yada yada yada. That was basically the deal they had with the schoolmaster. Sophie delays this because she wants to be with Tedros. She wants to stay with Tedros. She doesn't want to leave the school. That was again one of the like shitty things that Sophie did to Agatha. Agatha just wants her friend. I think she just needs to have like better friends, honestly, because Sophie's not really that great of a friend to begin with. But I guess I can understand her wanting to kind of cling on to this friendship, because Sophie is like her first friend, and there are times where you can really see the genuineness of this friendship. But again, like Sophie just like when she redeems herself, it goes back to like show her character and how she truly is, which is again not a good person. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm just like droning on and on and on, and I'm just gonna end this here, and I'll just like continue reading. So Hi everyone. So it's been a while, but I finally finished reading School for Good and Evil by Soman Chainani. I finished reading this a couple of days ago, but I wanted to give myself some time to just gather all my thoughts. I gave this book a 4.75 stars. So yeah, this was just a fun book to read. I miss reading like middle grade stories and like fantasy stories like this, so I'm so happy that I bought this and I finally got to read it. My favorite chapters personally were like the last few chapters or so. Those chapters I think were the most exciting chapters in my personal opinion. I feel like from chapter 23 or 24 till the end, I think those were my favorite chapters in this entire book. It's just the most exciting chapters in my opinion. There's just like a lot of drama, there's a lot of action, there's just like a lot of things going on, and it's just so exciting to read and like to kind of like watch in your head while the things are happening. So those last chapters are what actually made me rate this book higher. I was gonna rate this book around like a 4-star or like a 4.25 star book because like it is enjoyable, like I am enjoying it, but it's not like, you know, it was just like okay. But those last chapters like really, yeah, those last chapters I really liked them, and the ending was actually better than what I was expecting, so that's why I rated it higher. I am planning to get the sequel to this, which is called School for Good and Evil, A World Without Princes. So yeah, I'm so excited. They do include the first 2 chapters of that book in here, but I don't want to read it because I just want to be surprised when I do get that book. But there's also this thing here at the back where you can take the school entrance exam, which I think is so fun. So I think I'm going to be making a separate video on me taking this exam. There's only 10 questions on here, but yeah, I just thought it might be like a fun little video to do, so I'll do that next time. Really enjoyed this book, a super fun read, highly recommend it. If you love fantasy, I definitely do recommend this. Although this did take me like a long time to read. I think it's been over a month since I started this video, but I wasn't reading every day. If I were to like read this every day, I feel like I could have finished this in like a week or like less than a week. So if you want to like a fast read, and if you like fantasy, definitely check out this book. It's really good. If you want to read about like a magic school or like fairy tales and like that sort of like world, definitely get this. And also if you want to read a book about like friendships, definitely check this book out. So yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I liked reading this book. It was fun. I'm gonna get the next book, so yeah. So yeah, I will have an Instagram post me reviewing this book. I might go into more detail there, but I feel like I've said everything that I needed to say in this entire vlog. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you guys like this like reading vlog style where I just like read one specific book and then that entire vlog is just about that one book, please let me know in the comments. I'll definitely do like more of these kinds of reading vlogs. Or if you actually like my like previous reading vlog better, where there's like multiple books that I talk about and show in the vlog, also let me know so I can make more of those too. Anyway, that is it. I'm gonna end this vlog here. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.